Hi, everyone. My name is Chris Martin, and I'm the author of 10 Things I Wish I Knew Before My Parents Got Divorced and Remarried. This is a 10-part series, 5 minutes each, just a quick encouragement. This is video number 8, Give and Forgive. It should be forgive and give, give and forgive. But this is such a hard topic, and it is so relevant and it's so healing because I feel like all of us, especially in parents' divorce, or and it affects us directly. And so there's always forgiveness. And sometimes there's forgiveness that we have to forgive ourselves, even to how we reacted, I think, to some conversations we had growing up as well. Or if you're an adult too, um, unless we're perfect, everyone has to forgive. This is a very hard topic. I don't enjoy this because it took me a really long time to learn this. And so I encourage you to learn it faster than I did. So forgiveness is an action, not an emotion. What did forgiveness look like for you in the past? So the time your parents divorced, even before then, what was your personality? How did you forgive? Did you even forgive? I have a family member who said they'll never forgive anyone. And they mean that. It's true. Like, this person's never going to forgive anyone in our family. It's not healthy. It's not good. Um, I don't know. So, what does it look like today? What is your family's definition of forgiveness? Because sometimes it's not to judge, it's just to say, did you grow up with a forgiving family, or did you grow up with a family that this is conditional love? You screw it up, we'll kick you out of the family. That's really rough to grow up in. Were you expected to be perfect? Were you loved if you accomplished things? Have you adopted habits of unforgiveness that you didn't even realize? I know I had actually adopted this. Emotions can follow. So, who do I need to forgive today? Um, I had to reflect on my past as a child and as an adult. And actually, as an adult, I had to go back and ask for forgiveness from certain people because I didn't realize the damage of my words, even though I was so hurt. I was a hurting child. So that's very humbling, and it's very hard to recognize in yourself as an adult. But it's very, very healing. And so as a kid, I think I really struggle with this because also too, who you hang around. Do you have friends who forgive easily, or do your friends are like, they don't deserve to be forgiven, so that's it, screw it? Has forgiveness been a destination or a process for you? For me, it's a destination. I want to forgive quickly now, but as a child, it was an absolute horrible process that I had to learn. But I also had to learn God's forgiveness, and I wasn't accepting God's forgiveness for myself and also for other people. And I think that was a huge immaturity on my part. And also too, just, I think I also learned some bad habits as well. And that could be all of us too. We could have all learned maybe a way that's not healthy. And so when we ask for forgiveness, the next step is to then give. You have to let go of the baggage to move on with your life. And I've seen adults who had horrific things happen to them, and then the most forgiving, kind, gracious people, full of compassion, and they've absolutely turned their lives around to give what you have and to heal in the process. Examples, they're giving their time, the money, and skills to help others, and that has encouraged me to say, I want to be like this person. I want to give more. I want to purpose and healing in the process of giving. I want this for my life. And that is a process sometimes. Sometimes it's quicker for people than others. And also, I encourage you to seek out that godly help, because sometimes we don't realize we get stuck in that boulder in our lives where we don't even know that there's a boulder of unforgiveness in our heart, and that keeps us stuck. And that's not what God has designed for us. A spiritual battle, Satan wants us to be stuck. He doesn't want us to forgive. He wants us to repeat the cycle of our family and then not heal. So when you're thinking of that, know, okay, this is how I need to heal. This is who I need to forgive. And to look at the past as a reflection and growth, not to judge, and then to say, okay, now this is the only person I can change and grow, but also to forgive ourselves as well. And so I think this is such a process. And this is just to encourage you. This is out of my book. This is a verse for today. For if you forgive men when they sin against you, your heavenly Father will also forgive you. Matthew 6:14. Be kind and compassionate to one another, forgiving each other just as Christ God forgave you. Ephesians 4:32. And I forget that part. I forget that God has forgiven me, and there's a floodgates of grace because of Christ dying for my sins, and it's not earned. And that took me a very long time to know that God is not a conditional God. He is a forgiving God. He's a loving God, and I cannot escape his love, but I also am called to forgive, to have the compassion, and to grow, and then to give of what I am, then to also to help someone else. And I think also too, you can help someone else to forgive by sometimes sharing your story as well. This is taken out of chapter 6. I hope this encourages you, and that you are able to just give and forgive.